Hello and welcome to Dokan tutorial. I have extracted WordPress and now in my localhost I'll rename that folder to Dokan, and I have previously created a database named Dokan, so I'll not showing you the process how to create Dokan. uh, uh, sorry, I'll not going to show you that how to create a database. I guess you already know it. If you do not know, you can Google for how to create a database. So I'm going to hit that folder directly, localhost/dokan. I'll keep the default language English. The database name is Dokan. Username is root. Password should be blank as I'm testing on localhost and I'll not be changing anything else. So I'll hit submit. Run the install. I'll give the site title like Dokan. Username should be admin, as this is only localhost, so it doesn't matter what is the username or what is the password. But if you're doing it on the live site, you can choose a strong username and strong password. It's recommended, but I should advise you that first of all set up your site on localhost, and if everything runs alright, then you should transfer it to the live site. So I'll put a demo mail address. It's a fake mail address, so it doesn't bug me on my mail for everything. Install WordPress. So the installation is complete. Now I'll log in. Username admin, password admin. I have the default state of WordPress. Dismiss that. Now I'll go to plugins. I'll install WooCommerce first because Dokan requires WooCommerce. Without WooCommerce it won't run. So I've searched WooCommerce and got that, and click on install now. It is now downloading and will install automatically. Okay, so the installation is complete. Now I'll activate WooCommerce. WooCommerce is activated. Now I will install WooCommerce pages. This saves me time from making the pages manually and placing the shortcodes. So I'm done with WooCommerce configuration. Now I'll go to plugins and add new again so that I can install Dokan. Upload plugin, browse. I have the Dokan plugin on my downloads folder. Here it is. Install now. Activate plugin. WooCommerce have asked me to install the pages, but Dokan didn't ask me to install the pages because you will going to need the pages anyway, so there's nothing to ask you or give you any option. So the pages are automatically installed. Let us go and see if the pages are installed or not. All pages, we can see there is two extra pages. One is dashboard and the other one is store list. Both of them are created by Dokan, and the other pages except sample pages like cart, checkout, my account, my orders, shop, these pages are installed from WooCommerce. Only the sample page was default from WordPress, we all know that. So we can see one error message on every page that please enter your Dokan plugin license key to get regular update and support. So if we read the error message carefully, you'll see that the license key is required to get only regular updates. So there is nothing to be worried about. The license key is just to get regular updates. It's okay if you do not enter the license key on your testing server, and we strongly recommend that do not use your license key on your testing server. The plugin just work fine without the license key. You must use the license key on your production server, where you do not want to update the plugin manually. You want to get the updates automatically, like we get notifications here on the admin bar that one update is available, and we click on that and update our plugins or themes. So as we are on our testing server localhost, we are not going to enter the license. So let us go to Dokan's admin panel and see what is there. We'll see a menu named Dokan, and there is dashboard. Withdraw request will be here on the withdraw menu. We can see all the sellers registered here. We can see our earning reports site wise and with our commission here. We can see the license key and email address field here on the updates. We'll set our license here later when we are on our live server. We are not going to enter a license key here. Let us move on tools. Here we can see install Dokan pages and regenerate order sync table. Here we are not going to need these tools right now because we already have in two pages, dashboard and store list, installed. So if we click on this button again, this will create two more pages with the same name, dashboard and store list. So this will create confusions. We are not going to click on this tab. Now move on to settings. This is the most important place. If you ever get your dashboard page scrambled, you must check here that your dashboard page is set up on the settings and the dashboard page contains the shortcode named Dokan dashboard. So the main reason behind the dashboard scrambling is having multiple dashboard pages and not having the shortcodes, and it is not set on the settings. So we have only one dashboard page. This has the shortcode and it is set on the settings, so we do not have any problem here. We'll move on selling options. Make selling status enable for new registered seller. This enables the seller to sell right after registering. This doesn't require the seller to be approved manually. If you take out the check from this box and hit save, this will require the seller to be approved by the admin, and then he will be able to start selling, and the seller will get a message on top of his dashboard page saying that you are not approved for selling, please contact the administrator to start selling. So this is what the field does. Next, move on to the new product status. This defines what is the product status should be when a seller uploads a new product. If you want to review each and every product uploaded by the seller, you can set this to pending review. This is the default state we have set on the plugin. If you want to be like this, you can set it pending review. If you do not want it to be pending review, or your sellers are uploading too much products and you are a bit annoyed with the mails that please approve these products, you can set them to published. Okay, now move on to the seller percentage. This is a global field that sets the seller percentage for each and every seller. This is set to default 90%. That means if you sell a product to $10, a customer buys a hat or a ball for $10, the seller gets 90%. That means $9 will be given to the seller, and $1, that means 10% of the commission, the admin will get it. So 90%. This 90 means how much percentage the seller will get, the rest will get the admin. So admin does not define does not need to define his percentage. Next, move on to the order status change. This means the seller can change the order status. So this is a powerful tool. Like if the orders should be controlled by the admin or the orders should be controlled by the sellers, you can define by from here. Like the admin supplies everything from his one place, so you can set the checkbox to none. You can take out the checkbox and the admin will control all the order statuses. Or if you check this box, the sellers will be able to control all the orders and set the order status. Then there are withdraw methods. These are the default withdraw methods of WooCommerce. We have placed 3 options, but you can enable or disable any of them to show on your checkout page. Next, move on to order status for withdraw. This option defines that when the seller can send you a withdraw request, if the order status is completed, or if the order status is processing, or the order status on hold. If you check 3 of them, the seller will be able to send a withdraw request no matter what is the order status. So the default should be completed. This is bit safe, but it depends on your business policy. You can enable the sellers to withdraw their money or send a withdraw request on any stage of their order. So let us move on the next option, minimum withdraw limit. Minimum withdraw limit defines the number but not the currency. Here we can see the default stage is 50. That doesn't mean it is $50 or 50 euros. If you have set the base currency in WooCommerce to dollar or euro, so this 50 will be counted as $50 or 50 euros. As Dokan is running above WooCommerce, the currency and other shipping or taxes options will be controlled from WooCommerce too. So the withdraw limit is $50 as per default settings of WooCommerce. Now, review editing. Seller can edit product reviews. That means if the seller does not like one product review or he want to discuss with the customer who provided the review and edit it later, you can enable them. Or if you don't want, you can uncheck this box. The default is unchecked. You can check this or you can check this not. So everything on the settings panel is done. We have seen the page settings, selling options, and general. We have nothing to do in the general. The default setting is just alright. Admin area access means if you want your users to enter the WP admin section, that is we are viewing right now. If you do not want them to enter on your back office, you can check this, which is by default checked. This is alright. Now after show map on store page, we have a feature that shows location maps on the stores. So this is one thing that you can enable or disable, because the map takes a bit longer to load because of it loads from Google Maps and executes one extra script. So if you want to leverage your site's speed, you can disable this feature. Then you can turn on or off the contact form on store. The store page has a widget on its sidebar to let them contact with the customer or the customer mail the seller. You can also enable or disable that. We will see these 2 features later. For now, we are keeping it as is. Next, move on to the add-ons section. This section will show you the available add-ons for Dokan Plugin. This is coming straight from vdevs.com, our products page. You can click on view details and will be taken to the main site page, and you can see the details of that add-on. So we do not have nothing much to do here, so we'll install the Dokan theme right now, because without the theme the site looks a bit messy or doesn't look like a e-commerce store or a marketplace. So we'll turn that into a marketplace on our next video. Thank you.